Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in the universe. This is Commander Swifty, the Ineffectual Gamer, and this is an Elite Dangerous live stream. I'm just playing around with my sound at the moment, and I really want to try and get my sound set properly, because some people complain sometimes about too much overbleed. Sometimes it's because I'm not speaking directly into the microphone, so right now I'm speaking directly into the microphone, so I'm getting a good capture of the microphone. But if I turn away here, I'm in a different position. I can still see it's peaking, but it's not exactly brilliant sound. And this is just because sometimes I have to look over at my Discord, or I have to look over at chat or whatever it is, you know. So just give me a second to I'll go into the stream actually, so you can get this wonderful view that I've got here of this neutron star. And I'm just going to open up my restream chat. Hopefully restream chat is capturing everything today. I'm going to close that down, and I need to just make sure that Elite and OBS are kind of doing what they should be doing. So OBS should be at its highest as far as I can remember, and I'm guessing Elite Dangerous probably should be on high as well. Just so these are the two main things that I'm using. So okay, so I think we're good. Right, so I've got my restream set up here, but it's only connecting with one of them. Great stuff. So let's just see if it's going to repost some of that. So what's not connected? It's saying that the stream... Let's try this for a second. I'll be with you in a moment. Yeah, okay. That looks fine to me. I might just have to keep an eye open, I think. Let's try closing it down and rerunning it. Now that I've hooked into there, or that's an idea, Swifty. I'll just see if this works. Chat. Funnily enough, it's saying it's been delivered. Ah, yeah, okay. So, as far as I'm aware, it's just misreporting. It's actually working. So, that'll do me. Right, so what am I doing today? My bloody eyes. I'll open it alongside that. What am I doing today? I am playing around with like mass codes, star system types and whatnot. The reason is that when I do go into the black, I need to know kind of what I'm looking for and how the systems work. But also, if I want to make an area of space mine, I need to work out kind of how the star code works. So we'll go a little bit more in depth into that when I arrive in my target system. So I'm one jump before it, because I didn't actually know this was a neutron star. So I'm quite happy I found one, because it's quite good to start a stream off with skimming a neutron star and trying not to kill yourself. Hopefully I won't kill myself, because that'll put a dampener on the stream. But I'll give it a go and see how I get on. So just give us a second. That's reporting the Twitch, isn't it? Right, so yeah. What are we doing here, Swifty? That's what we're doing. We're keeping it open like that, and you've just clicked off. I need to stop teaching myself bad habits. Right, that's it. I don't need to see a picture of myself. I've got the chair set up. Oh, I do need to see a picture of myself. Am I lit up properly? And there's a bit of a gleam off the back of my doorway, but I can't really do anything about that. Summer's come in here in Spain and it's hot. Right, so let's get on with this, because I started streaming specifically for this. So the star codes and everything is something that's always kind of been a mystery to me. I've tried to teach myself a little bit in the past about how it works. I thought there might be some secret formula for finding stuff. Seems the RNG in this game unfortunately just puts pave to any true scientific stuff. So you can kind of get an idea of where you are, just making sure the back end of this neutron's behind us, as I can see that in my mini map. And as we come along to it a little bit, we're gonna try and get into the tail end. I'm just gonna bring it down now, and I always generally do this quite slow speeds, because if you do it like this you end up getting thrown out the back and you're not going to go into the center. And luckily it lines right up with the system, so we'll apply. Now we're out, and now we're going to get that 222 light year jump into this first system. So as you know, I plan on basically going out of the bubble, and my carrier will be my home. So in reality, I won't be in the bubble anymore. Now I've said before that I will return. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfy. That's the one thing I didn't take into consideration before I started streaming. So we're dropping into this first system. I'm going to go through it in a second. Ooh, 68 bodies. Wow. I kind of knew there was going to be a lot of bodies though from the little bit of research I've been doing before. So we don't need to scoop at the moment, because we're not going to be jumping that much or that much of a distance per se, and that's important for this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the galaxy map, and yeah, into the galaxy map. Swifty. Right, so what I'm really looking at is the current system code. So actually I can use my mouse. So this is a system code here, Prayer EUQ. Okay, each area will have a name like this, so it'll be coal sector or something. You know, you've come across these names, and that will stay the same for that specific area of the Milky Way. Get your words out, Swifty. I think I should have had more coffee today. And then we want to start looking at like the star class. Okay, so the next thing I need to look at is, I just want to make sure that that's what I'm actually looking at, because I did write a breakdown for myself here, because I'm dyslexic, so the breakdowns that other people make is different. So no, I did get it wrong immediately. The first code we're seeing in this bottom left is AA-A. And this is the location node. So this is the location in the galaxy and the location within the box system that Elite works in. And I say Elite, I think the way telescopes work and everything, they work in exactly the same way. So it'll be AAA. My memory's not serving me if you can have an AAB. I don't think you can. Yes, you can. I think you can have AAAB. And it goes between, if I remember rightly, A to F or something. So where you see it, AAA, there can be an extra letter, I think, or an extra number after that. But in this case, yes, it's normally 2 letters, I think. In this case, you won't, because it's just AAA. And then it will start normally with, I think if it's not AAA, you will be able to start at A1. And that part of it denotes the mass code, which is normally the letter. So here we have a B, which means it's pretty quite a lot of mass in there. And then you have the number, which will be the luminosity of the star. So in this case, it's a 1, which, if I remember, because I haven't actually written that in my thing, I think is the highest luminosity. And looking at this, it's very bright. And then the 0 at the end is basically the sequence. It goes 0 to 99. Okay, I don't think it goes past 99. I can't, for the life of me, remember seeing it go past 99. But I'll go more into this as I go, because this is kind of the stuff I've just been learning and what I'm trying to get used to at the moment. So you have to bear with me with all of this, because I'm not an expert at it. But I'm sure, because I'm dyslexic, through the experience of going through systems, things will start sticking and I'll start understanding much more what I'm looking at. But that number 1 means that it's quite a bright star, and 0 means it's 0 in the sequence of the group. So one thing you can do, if we go here, if we click on the star, and have they changed some of the information here? Or is it me? Do we need it in realistic map mode for it to work or something? I'm trying to find where the no, it's just, I think it's here. Oh yeah, so it's just in here in the system information. Sorry, I'm just not used to it. So in this system, it tells you the different types of star, and the main star is a red dwarf, an M. So not the hottest type of star, but or the biggest type of star. But we're going to have a look around this one anyway, and then we're going to work out on to the next and the next and the next. So here we can see there's 2 stars in this system, if I'm reading that right. And if we go back, we should be able to see that on our map, but we kind of can't. I think I can. There's one at the 6 o'clock position, there's one at about the 2 o'clock position. I think all the others are places close by. So we're going to pull away from the main sequence star. Where your speed is, I generally wait for it to get to around 3. And by that point, you've normally got pretty far away from the star so that everything else can be read. I think once or twice when I've jumped into like a hypergiant, I think I've had to go let that speed get up to 4 or something like that before I can actually look back. So we're going to go into scan mode. Now today, to help me a little bit, I am running Elite Observatory with some extra add-ons. I actually need to close one of those down. I didn't realise it was open. So this is going to feed me some information. Now, you're not going to see this information, but I'm going to try and feed it back to you as I receive it, if that makes sense. So let's start having a look around. So the first thing of note is there are a couple of asteroid clusters, so we'll get them out the way, and you only have to scan one thing in the asteroid cluster and it'll grab all of them, which is pretty damn cool. So we can see there's probably a few, because there's 68 planets in here, there's probably a few gas giants. And what I used to do is I actually used to go, well, I'll uncover the gas giants because hidden behind them are the rocky and metal bodies. But, and the others, of course, but there's nothing in here. But I've realised that if you go trying to find them first off, it's a bit more difficult. So what I always actually do is I start in the rocky body heavy metal content zone. And what it'll actually do is, even if you come across a gas giant, it will kind of let you zoom in order to get the rocky heavy metal body. So you're not having to do this thing I was doing before of passing everything. It's a little bit more different, but I think I'll explain it better as you see it happening. So first things first, we see some type of orbit plane here, so we'll go down that, and immediately we land on one, you see. So we can move around. If there is a if there is a gas giant in there, it will now appear. So it's better to do it this way. So you once you find a rocky thing on, then you check if it's a gas giant, and then you go looking for the gas giant first. The reason is because once you've found that, everything else surrounding it is either one of the rocky bodies, earth lakes, whatever it is in that area, and you can then skip through them pretty quickly. I mean, the top right hand corner where it says features, at the moment these are all geological. You can normally tell that, I think, by the rumbling. You can kind of hear rocks falling, and I think that denotes the geological. But because I'm running Elite Dangerous Observatory, or sometimes Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy, you don't need to wait for everything. You just need to do the scan and then come out. You can see at the second step there's still one, so we just go grab that one. And that is pretty much probably this claim. So we can step back out, and that's all scanned now. If we go left to right, it will not highlight. So that means we've done pretty well on that one. So let's move on to the next one, which is not coming up as anything. So we do know it's probably a gas giant. I think these are the water ones here, the water giants. Giant gas, sorry, gas giant with water-based life, that's the one. Now I'm still going to do this to see if it highlights anything. It doesn't, so we go back down to the rocky edge and get all of the stuff inside. You will have to bear with the way I do this. I know I do it really fast and it's kind of a weird swing, and you're probably saying, well, Swifty, you've missed that one, you've missed that one. Hey, Elisgar, how are you? I was actually going to message you. I wasn't sure if you were in bed. I am on a bit early because I was doing this anyway, and I really thought, you know what, I'm going to explain a little bit so that I can, when I go out into the black, like, people are a bit more aware, especially people who aren't necessarily explorers. So, I had a question for you as well, and it's totally gone out of my head. Oh, what did you think of Civil War? I saw it last night. I was just wondering what your take on it. My first thoughts, if I can say it, is that you actually didn't like it, but then I'm not sure if it grew on you for the latter part of the movie. Because when I first started watching it, I was like, I don't think Elisgar would have liked this. But then as it progressed, I was like, do you know what? I think it might have sucked you in. I've said to you before, like, the thing with an Alex Garland film is you're not getting what's in the trailer, ever. I don't know whether he does it to kind of bamboozle you, but quite often his trailer, but I also know that the movie industry, sometimes the directors don't even have control over the trailers, so that's maybe why that movie seemed very different from what it said on the tin in the promotional stuff. I'm not sure if I'm moving, but it seemed like one of the stars disappeared there. I'll just double check. It does seem like there's something else left in here that I've missed. So we know there's something down here. Is that a gas giant? No, I just missed one out. But we do know there's something down this end of the scale here, because it was showing, so I'm going to come back out. Oh no, it was that one. Okay. So I'll wait for you to reply then. Oh, you didn't see it? Okay. I thought you were going to the movies to see it, to be honest with you. Do you want it? Do you want it? I can actually, if you want to watch it on a laptop or something, I can get it to you. I'll do it after the stream. It'll only take about 5 minutes. I'll send you a link on the phone, and then you can just put that link in your computer or whatever. Okay, so there's a nested moon there. So A14A. Okay. I'm just going to keep running through this for the time being. I'm going to try and speed it up, because when I get talking, as I said, I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic, so once I get to talking, I'm not actually always paying attention to what I'm doing. Now the good news is my... Oh, there's another nested moon there. Oh, that thought's gone. This is the other thing. Having little thoughts. What the hell was I thinking about there? We were talking about... Oh yeah, okay, so I wanted to touch on my current engineering. I have absolutely been hammering it. It's one of the reasons why I didn't stream yesterday and I haven't done any streams during the week, is because when I am streaming and talking, I'm not always paying attention to what I was doing. At the end of the stream a week ago, I said to people, this might, right at the end of the stream, I said, I'm really happy because I think this might be the turning point. I'd basically got one of my builds where I felt like I needed it to be so that I could really start ramping up my engineering, Odyssey engineering element, and boy did it. I've spent the whole week going through engineers, getting a few bits and bobs, still some stuff to do, but the majority of it is done. There's some hard parts to come, but I do have a plan of how to achieve them. So, you know, touch wood, things are gonna yeah, it's not what you're expecting, but it's an Alex Garland film, so you do have to take that into consideration. But if you watch it without certain things that might trigger you a little bit, it's a very serious representation of what it's like to be a war reporter. I didn't like the way the characters were made, because I think that war photographers and war reporters are not particularly like they are portrayed in the movie. Let's just put it that way. I don't think the movie portrayed them very well, but having said that, he's a director with millions of pounds, and he's probably been embedded with a few, so he probably does know what their kind of thought processes are. But in the first 10 minutes, I was thinking, yeah, some people are not going to like this. And then there was another quite emblematic scene. I don't want to spoil anything, but there was an can't even get the word. I'm not thinking symbolic. That wasn't the word I was thinking. But anyway, there's a scene where there's some serious symbology, and I was like, oh, that'll piss some people off. But I thought the movie itself was great, because if he'd have set that movie in a Middle Eastern country, which I think would have been his original idea, it would not have worked. It had to be in America. It had to be somewhere that is a symbol of democracy for the entire story to work. It's very, very good. But again, it's Alex Garland, so don't ever expect to come away from it feeling good. Expect to come away from it feeling defeated, and the fact that you can't change anything in the world. It definitely gives those vibes. I don't know if you saw oh crap, I've forgotten the name of it now. The AI one, where the guy goes to write a piece about somebody who makes AI robots, and the nihilism you feel at the end of that movie is like, oh, it's horrible. But it's just something Alex Garland does really, really well. It's why I like his movies. I think, unfortunately, with 28 Days Later, kind of started off that zombie, modern zombies boom. And I think a lot of people didn't understand that film very well. I think they all just concentrated on the zombie element to it. There you go, there's the asteroid. I love getting rid of the asteroid cluster. Oh, there might be a secondary one, but I doubt it. But the funny thing about that movie is that I remember when I recently watched it, I didn't so much like the zombie part. I was more really interested in the, how impossible the life was for them to continue, even but they try, because that's what humans do. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing sitting inside. Nope, there isn't. Nothing sitting inside there. Yeah, great movie. Question is, would I watch it again? But a lot of Alex Garland's movies, I don't need a second watch. When I'm watching it, I'm like, that was good, but let's go touch some grass and see something happy. Okay, we're getting up there now, and we haven't found anything of interest so far, but it's alright. I'll be doing that deep dive into my own ideas later on once. I think these are all stragglers. Oh, we got one biological, so I will be going to get this one because this is part of what I'm doing here. So there's some landable terraformables, landables with atmospheres. We've got some pretty good ones, and they're actually really close by the looks of it. So let me just have a quick look at Elite Dangerous Observatory, or Elite Observatory as it is, and I want to go to my bio insights. So planet A7 is probably either stratum or bacterium. So, and I have heard something about, oh no, this is an M star. I had it in my head it was an A star. So this is probably bacterium, probably. But we're still gonna go have a look for it. A7. So let's have a look. A7. There we go. And if I want to check the journal for something extra. Bio insights, okay. Botanist, no. Evaluator, no. Explorer, no. Signal monitor, but is it in the Explorer section? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so AAA. Okay, so we've got some with a nested moon. And we've got a couple of terraformables, but they're only high metal content world. Now, when I'm doing my exploration, when I'm out doing the exploration, I'm probably going to be logging nearly everything that I come across. I won't be doing deep scans on stuff that doesn't need deep scans, but other things I will, definitely. I'll be any terraformable worlds, any Earth-like worlds, I will be looking at more closely. So this is the first planet, and then once we've done this, we'll go back to the galaxy map and we'll start looking at the next one in this chain, because that's really what I'm looking for. In this chain of systems, so they'll all be AA. The next one will be AAAB1-1. So that would be the next one in the sequence. Like exobiology, I'm getting really good at spotting now. Touch bloody wood, because every time I say something happens. But the only place I have problems, and I know that everybody else has problems, is on ice planets. Some ice planets, bacterium can be impossible to pick up on. However, I was like, no, it's not. You go on the dark side, you equip your night vision, and then you're going to see it better. In theory. I don't actually know if that's true, but I would assume it is. So that will be something I've thought about that I'm going to try and put into practice. So this is 6 probes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess so. But that's one of the things that brings up this movie is the fact that Americans do have guns everywhere, and it brings up really scary ideas. This is why I like Alex Garland, because he always goes into these areas that you weren't really thinking about, and it's almost like he's just a really, really good parallel thinker. When you look at his movies in general, he'll look at something that you already think is scary, and then he'll look at it in a much scary way. I don't know if you saw that movie Sunshine. And apart from the kind of little bit of I'm trying to think of the word extra. There was something like a little bit ghostly about it, but the actual movie in general is just it was really good. It's a very underrated movie. I think it's right up there with Interstellar when it comes to space movies. But again, because it's an Alex Garland movie, he's not always probing space. Is just the backdrop for the bigger story. So we've got some really big areas here, and I'm looking particularly, if I actually turn, I'm looking at the 12 o'clock, well, 12 o'clock to the middle. We have some very big kind of seas of light blue there. And that's kind of, and there's actually another place over here. This is even better. So this is the one I'm heading for. So right where my line markers are and speed markers are, you see this really big chunk of light blue. This is where we're going to find it. And as we come into it, we're looking for a turquoise as well to pop in. Now this pops in much later. And if we can't see a turquoise, we can either go, yeah, there's loads of it. I was going to say we can actually hit a crater, but I don't think we're going to have to hit a crater here. And sometimes craters, depending on how they form, they actually turn out to be pretty bad areas because they're difficult to landing or whatever. But these craters don't look too bad. See, the light bluish area is probably where the edge of the crater is, and it's not going to have anything on it. So we're going to do it on the flat land above it. So I'm just seeing a part which looks semi-flat, and I'm seeing a big turquoise piece. Obviously, you're not watching it on the screen. I am. Oh, mind you, you're on the screen. It looks even better than it does in reality. So I'm going to head right down to this little ball here because I think that this is going to be a perfect spot just to grab it. Because there's only one biological here. As I said, it's given me the options of stratum or bacteria. I think it's going to be bacteria. Yeah, I get you, Alistair. I'm just saying, like, I totally understand, and I actually don't necessarily disagree with you. But it will challenge those thoughts, and that's the good thing about the movie. It might just be me. I love movies that challenge the way you think. I just really do. I always have done. Because I'm one of those people who believes that everything I think is the truth. Could be that. And sometimes it's just good to give yourself a push into the unknown. Oh, I've already seen one pop in. And this planet surface, I did say it'll be bacteria. Look at those. This planet surface is going to be so easy to spot bacteria. So I haven't got Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy running in the background, so I'm actually going to open that up. And I'm going to mute it, actually. I don't think I actually have it stop making sounds. Is
97 Swifty, Exploration Buddy at your service.
So I kind of want to turn off the audio parts here, so just give me a second. Speech. Okay, so okay, yep, okay, I can turn the volume down. Cool, because I didn't want to fully turn it off, that was the thing. And we got a good landing spot. Good. So disembark, and then I'll have a see. Don't know why I was moving there. Oh, I'm going to go for this one because it's actually the way I was flying in and the way I plan on flying across to find more. I just want something with distance, but to be honest with you, with bacteria, oh yeah, that's okay because I had a partial sample from another planet, but it's alright. It's not an issue. Okay, so this is Bacterium cereus. And we have to travel like 500 meters for the next sample, but it is worth 1.69. So this is actually a good one because it'll be worth nearly be 5, 6, 7, 8 million. Yeah, it'll be 8 million for just these three samples. So, did I get first footfall? Actually, I really didn't notice when I first came out. Should have maybe gone back instead of just yapping. I'm concerned I didn't get first footfall now. Let me just check something. Because I don't want to be doing this test in an area where somebody's already done it all. So we've got the system information. Where's the other one? Ah, it's a wrong one, Swifty, that's why. We want the system map is what we want. And we want to touch that one. Ah, shit, yeah, it's got first footfall. Oh, no. Right, hopefully that's just chance. And not somebody who's come to this area to do the same thing. Otherwise, then this is going to be completely pointless and I'll have to move on. So, yeah, I'm not even bothering finishing this because I won't get the full amount. And I don't want to be in systems where somebody else has made the first footfall. But this will swiftly move us on to going back to the galaxy map and looking for the next one. Put stuff into perspective. Right there. Okay, so while that's doing that, we can go into the map, and now what we're looking for is the next one in line. So that would be Prayer EUQ AA-A, and it would be B1-1. Wait. Which is right there in the queue. Now when I'm doing this, I'll probably just be clicking on these and then marking them, but at the moment I'm not doing that. And you can see I said before that I didn't need to fuel scoop because these jumps are going to be so short. This is a star type M star as well, so another red dwarf star. So but this will be interesting to see whether somebody's actually mapped this area, and I have a feeling they probably have. I'm pretty close to the bubble here, so I don't know exactly what I was expecting. I don't know why I was expecting to find open space. When they say, oh, we've only mapped X amount in the galaxy, I'm sometimes wondering if it's like more in the centre, because there's a larger collection of stars there. Okay, so this one, nothing in it. One body. Scan the body. Although it didn't say... Did it say system scan completed? I'll double check. I should have actually used that one to do a full refuel and everything else would have been gravy, but never mind. Well, let's see what we've got. Yeah, it was nothing else in the system. Okay, so we're going to go back. This is where I really wish the plotter actually had a... and I think in the future I'll actually do a copy and paste of some of these things when I'm doing this, so it's much more easier. A-A, and then it would be B1-2. Which is in the list. Now you'll see it gets up to B1-4 and then it stops. So I need to work out whether there's a B1-5, which I'm guessing there isn't, and why it makes this jump to 14. And if these are just the, for the AA-A, if these are all in sequence, that makes it much easier for me. But we will see. So we'll go to that one. And I'm assuming it is like that. But you know what they say about assumption. Now this afternoon the stream is going to be shorter, and tonight I don't know. Well, I say shorter. I think I'm attempting to do like 3 hours, and we're at 41 minutes. So, I'm going to come back on the stream later today, but I don't think I'm going to stream Elite because, like I said, I've been hammering this game and having a lot of fun doing it. By the way, the bases now, I really like doing it because I've got my build to a point where I feel totally comfortable. And when it goes south, it goes south. It never normally goes south. Like even when I'm doing crashed satellites and there's bad guys there, I don't even worry about it. Like I just clear them out. Okay, so we've got another one body. So that's no good for us. And I should have got that. We're going to come back around and we are going to get that full fuel tank. Because practice makes perfect. Teaching yourself good habits, and slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Right, off we go. And while I'm refueling, I can always do a thing into it. So, wait, what did I do wrong there? PREAEA EUQ AA-A. Right, okay. What have I done now wrong now? It's AEA, not E. I keep making that mistake. Okay, we are currently in the system 2, so system 3. Okay, so let's have a look. This is another. No, it isn't. Where is it? There we go. And this one is a T-Tauri. So I need to play around with those codes to find out which ones give certain things, because I'm not a big fan of something like a T-Tauri. But at the moment, here's what it is. We're gonna plot to it. And there is a way around this as well. So if you're getting loads of junk systems, I have got an idea of a way around it, which I'll touch on another time. And what I mean is so that I'm not constantly jumping to junk systems, I'll just be able to bypass them. But I need it to know that that list is like a good, trustworthy list. Yeah, I think they made some big changes to it. They seem to have added like clouds to it, so again, forgotten the word for it. Yeah, we'll find a lot of junk bodies. A lot of junk bodies. So let's keep going with the way until we get to that one where PRAEA. We can actually shorten this down though. AA-A B1, and then it would be -4. So this is now. So you see here. This is the last one in this sequence. There's actually a B1 and I didn't know that, so I might jump back to that wherever it is. I did not know there was a B1. I just automatically went with -0 because I thought it'd be the first one, but apparently not. There is actually one where it's not first in the list. That's a T-Tauri, so I'm actually going to go back to that just B1. See what that is. Oh, that's miles away. No. But that's Coal Sector. Ah, it doesn't exist. Right, so now this is the one I want to do. So now I'm going to look for a B. I was going to look for a B2. Hang on. PRAEA EUQ AA-A, and then we want B2. Would we do B2-1 or -0? Yeah, we do have it. Okay, so good. So it does exist. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm getting good information here. So this information tells me that that list is absolutely perfect. When I say perfect, you'll get what I mean. So let's go back to it in the galaxy map. So this is what I was saying when I thought, oh, I think there's another way around this. No, there isn't. So this is the way to do it. So let's go back to it. And then this is going to make it a little bit easier to do this. PRAEA EUQ and then AA-A. And then we know we've been through all the B systems, and well, B1, B2, and so on. So now we're up to 14. Now this is where we can make this quite interesting. This is a red dwarf star, so you know, if I kind of wasn't interested because we've had bad luck with red dwarfs, I just tap it and it will go to the next one, B14-1. Click on that, another red dwarf star, B14-2. Okay, that's another red dwarf star, though there's a few more in there, there's some more luminosity, things like that, so that's all good. So I'm just going to go back to B14-0. I think it was B14-0. Yeah, B14-0. And so the way I would normally do this is I would just I would highlight them and then put a bookmark. Now I'm not looking for specific star types and things at the moment, so as I go through I do know that like I think it's A. I can't remember if it's OAGF or BAGF. I have to re-look at it, but those are kind of the ones where you seem to find more things, and I think they're just better stars. But for the purpose of this stream, I want to make sure I'm getting the right one. Now, the only thing is, this one's actually quite a long way away. Oh, this was the idea I had, actually. So if you go to Pilots Federation, you go to the star types, it'll take out everything. So, for example, if we only want these ones, then we can click that one. Then we can click next. It doesn't highlight anything. It's black. So then we jump to next, and next, and next, until we find one of the star types that we want. And we'll know it's one of the star types that we want because it will show up with a star in it. And so far, none of these, all these seem to be showing up as red dwarfs, which is fine. But when you know that this sequence is all red dwarfs and you don't want to find red dwarfs, then you know you can move on to the next one. Now I'm assuming that this code here throws up nothing but red dwarfs or T Tauris. So I need to find more of the codes that will lock onto G stars, F stars, and that's something I'm not sure about at the moment, but I'm sure I can get it. I'm sure I can get to it. But I'm just going to keep clicking through this list until we're pretty much done. Because it really shows you when you're doing, like when you're going through one of these boxes, how many things there are. I just have to keep an eye on some of the names here to make sure that it's going through correctly. So I seem to remember, going back to your thing about the loading screen between systems, I do remember a day when I was like, this looks very different. More red dwarf. So I think everything in this list is a red dwarf. But the star types do show some extra information, so you do have to look. You do have to look out Oh, it goes in sequence of C's as well. So, so this is quite good. This is just non-stop. So actually that is something that I didn't think about that I'm going to look at now. So if we go back to this original B14, it's a single red dwarf, so that one I don't care about. That one's a T Tauri, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this one's an L-type, so I don't want that one. That's just another... That's an L-type, LL, L-type, M-star. 3 M-stars? Never know. M-star... Also, the number next to the star type denotes the heat. So if it's a really low number, like 0 or 1, I'm not sure if it's actually... It might actually be worth visiting. You know what? We can actually put it to the test. Let's put it to the test. That's what we're here for. So this is an M3. Not really interested in that. M8. Not really interested. That's an M2. That could be. MO. Okay. So that's perfect. So an MO should be a good option. So what I want to do is go back into the galaxy map and make sure that my route settings do have me taking jet cone boost if need be. So this is where kind of you want it to be a little bit helpful for you, because now I'm going to have to make 6 jumps to go to this star, but I'm about to do it anyway. So I'm not gonna moan about it. What time is it for you over there, Alice, guys? Is it like 8, 9 in the morning, coming up to 9 o'clock in the morning? Or 8 in the morning? I'm trying to think what difference it would be over there. Right, so we're in system. We've done a honk. We've got 11 bodies. So this is quite interesting. Let's see if we find anything here. Because I was wondering with M-stars on the lower end of the... So it's hotter. I can't remember if it means it's brighter as well. I think it does. But there's a different number for the luminosity part. So, but I don't know if that really figures in anything. But I'll speak to Marshall because he can probably fill me in on that. This one is icy bodies and metal rich bodies. So you never know what we'll find in here. Let's follow one of the orbital planes. Because normally you come across something there. There we go. So it's a bit further in, and it might be hidden behind the second stars. Mind you, I don't know. No, I'm not seeing anything, but they are lighting up, which is strange. So let's do this one first. It did say there was a couple, so there we go. Oh, it's moving. It's a problem. I hate when it does this, but we haven't found anything of interest yet. That's the only problem. Right, we'll follow it back around. Okay, so we haven't quite found anything there. There's nothing here in the centre I can see, so these are gonna... This is gonna be one of the ones where I do this. I go... there we go. Found on the first attempt. I go do a full circle, and then I do either left to right or diagonal, just depending. Right, so my hope was pretty much peed on there. Oh, but I've realised I'm not in the system, Swifty Doyle. I'm in a completely different system that I'm not even looking at. Let's move on. 550? You got ants in your pants? What happened? 550. Mind you, I give you credit. I went on a great walk the other day. Saw deer, saw some rabbits the size of dogs, and pheasant, wild horses. I had a really good walk the other day. Got sunburnt to hell because I really didn't think I'd necessarily need protection because the way the weather is, but Apparently I do. Won't be making that mistake again. I don't even mind getting sunburn. It's the peeling and everything I can't stand. The heat and suffering from 3rd-degree burns, that's okay. Oh, someone's combat logging. Is this the end of my run, or am I doing that stupid thing? I know I got 4 jumps. I am so used to scanning everything. Oh my good lord. I'm so used to it. It's so ingrained in my head to stop and do it that I can't get the rhythm going. I'm sure I will eventually. I'll just put a sign on the TV, like in transit. Maybe just a sticky to stick on the middle of the TV so that I can, or middle of the monitor so that I can see. You're in transit, you don't. Is this the difference between travelling A to B and looking in the box of stars? That's the difference. That's where I have to make sure my head gets out of it. Now, we have 2 jumps, 3 jumps, so... Oh, I know why it's taken longer to get here. I did it on Pilot Federation stars, and you only do that during the search. Okay, there's another one. At least I'm thinking about it. So I might have been able to do this in 2 jumps. I don't think I would have, but if there was a neutron star, I might have been able to do it in 2 jumps. Is that really the meat diet, or is that like a little bit comfort based as well? I mean, I can imagine your senses are a bit more heightened when you're sleeping in other places. Like I know I've wild camped so many times, like wild camping, and you never sleep well. Right, and then I always felt crappy in the morning, but it passes really quickly. Right, so this is an M Class M Red Dwarf, so I think we'll scoop this one. Alright, so we're an hour in and I'm getting to the 2nd phase of it. And, those 3-letter codes, I need to work out which ones throw up G stars, which ones throw up F stars, and so on, so I can particularly concentrate on them. I don't particularly want to rule out other stuff.
System scan complete.
Still getting a bit hot. I like it when you can find that sweet spot where you're getting full scoop with not fully heating up, but when it does it by like 2 degrees every 7 seconds or something, it's not too bad. I don't mind if we get the light show and the display. I don't mind if we get that a little bit. And I don't know why she says temperature critical, because like your cockpit can get up to 300 degrees. I don't think that's good for the person sitting inside it, but okay. No, Swifty, do not stop.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is gonna take a lot of times for my brain to pick this up. Seriously, a lot of times. It will get used to it. But then I wonder what it'll be like if I'm ever making a run to somewhere where I'll be like, ooh, need to go to B1, B2, B3. I don't think I will. So this is the system I was set for. We have 10 bodies, so we're gonna go about having a quick look. I'm just gonna get up to that 3 mark. You can also rotate your ship a little bit so that you can have the planets in a better sight. Or with a better sight line, sorry. So this could be interesting actually. My only worry, okay, so this is good. When you see that, first discovered by, but there's no first mapped, that is always a good sign. But it doesn't mean that somebody else hasn't been through this area doing the same thing. But you'll normally see it on your first biological, or even terraformable a lot of the time. You'll see that it's got first mapped and everything. That one's got one biological on. So let's just go back into that. Yep, first discovered. So not first map, so the first footfall is going to count on this one. We've got 2 to go, haven't we? Oh, and they're both here, so that's alright. 1 and 2. I don't know if we're going to get any other biologicals in the system. Oh, yep. This game. But I just saw something on that last one that makes me think, I can try out one of my ideas here. So let's have a look at which ones were which. I need to do it in the bio sites, I think. Yeah. So, B14-3, okay, planet 5 and 6, and they're probably both the same type of bacterium I would expect. It when it's like this, 3, 4, 5, I normally expect, and where's the thing where it says it should have, I haven't accidentally, that's weird. Am I looking at the wrong thing? I know you can do it from that, but no. It was 5 and 6, wasn't it? B14-3-5. Okay. I always thought there was something that either comes up on the information thing that says there is biology. But it kind of isn't showing up, but that's alright. Let's go check this one out. So one of them was a very dark planet, one was a light planet, so I was like, oh, with that white planet, it had a bit of red in it, but if the biologicals show up on the white part, then I think we're going to go to the dark side. Alright, okay, so the dog does the job. Oh, well, that's good. If you're out like a light, you're out like a light. That might actually just be why you're sleeping so less. You know, as you get older, you need less and less sleep. Like, that's just a natural thing. Like, I always say I need 8 hours at the moment, and if I get a good 8 hours, I'm up, moving, don't need anything more. But if I get less, I'm terrible, and if I get more, I just feel like crap for the rest of the day. So I am one of these people who will force themselves out of bed when the threshold's been passed, as I see it. I didn't actually know how far this one was away. One of the nice things actually recently, I've just stopped caring about the distances sometimes. I think with the new frameshift drive, it's gonna absolutely help, and I am thinking about it in a build. I don't know whether to build a brand new ship to use it, or whether it should just be a part of this exploration ship. But I think I'm going to make a brand new ship. I need one ship for just hyper fast distance travel, and then I need a ship for everything else. So yeah, so this is the dark planet I was talking about. So this is really good on we want to be on the light side, and we're probably going to find bacteria very, 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 very easy on this type of ground because the bacteria is white. So it's one of those situations where you're like, yeah, this is going to suit me. This is going to suit me well. It's a 6 probe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We get over on that one, but it won't matter. 6.
Surface scanned by 50%.
There we go. Okay, plenty of bacteria signals here, and a lot of very, very light blue. So it doesn't seem like it's coupled with the dark blue. So I think these are going to be very, very areas of intense. I don't think we're going to be flying around a lot. So I'm just looking for a patch. I'm going to be honest with you. When you get down there, the areas are so vast that it really doesn't matter, but I just find that looking for that patch, so there's a patch within the circle there that I'm looking at. There's a good patch down here, but it's too straight on, so I think this is the one we're going to head for. When I say too straight on, it's because I'm going to have to totally readjust the ship to get the correct pattern entry. Actually, no, this does look like a good spot though. It does look like there's a huge yeah. Oh, this is a good spot. No, I don't regret this one. I didn't see the little stick part, so it looks a bit like Catalonia in reverse actually, with an additional part. But I'm always a bit worried about that thing where you come in and drop out. So we've got kind of this long part here, and I think if we just line it up right, we're gonna be good. Now we never use all of that, you know. Like I said, once you get down to planet side, it's oh, there's a big crater there, and that has a lot of turquoise in it, because there's actually a blue to the center there, and I'm trying to, I don't even know if you can see it on the stream actually. No, it's going to be too late. Oh no, it's coming into view now, so there's no light blue. So I could have gone into the crater, which is just off my left wing, but in the main cockpit window. You can just barely see the outline. But this all looks like fertile ground. Takes longer if you're going to go into the center, but if there was like a lot of light blues around, I'd normally go straight to the center of that crater. But this is all turquoise here, so we're in a good spot. G is 0.42. Yeah, this is just flat as hell. We're going to find loads. This is not going to be an issue. See, yeah, I kind of used to panic a lot more when it was time to find the spot, because I was always worried, but now I'm kind of spotting stuff better. Hey Crazy Drake, how are you doing? Just saw your message. Sorry if I'm a bit slow replying to it. I didn't even know restreaming was sending stuff. Good to see somebody on Twitch. Whee! I wasn't looking. Did we save it? No, we lost a little bit. Right, okay, so let's go up a bit. Oh, 300 meters? No way. We don't need to be 300 meters. We need to be there. I think it's about 200, between 1 and 200 where you start to see. Okay, there you go. Straight away. Oh, this is a cheeky one because it's not white, which I have to look out for. And the rocks look super weird. Right, just chilling. That's what we like to see. Just chilling, just like to express myself. Okay, good stuff. Are you trying to do elite in exploration, or are you trying to do it in exobiology? First for fall. Right, okay. So we'll see which one exactly this is and see what we're going to get for it. So yeah, I can discard that sample because it was from the other planet that was already had first football. Exploration, okay, cool. So what have you done? Are you doing it around the bubble? Are you doing the road to riches or anything? Or have you decided to go out into the black? Let me know. Do you play with Odyssey or do you just play with Legacy? Well, Legacy, Horizons, I think. Yeah, I mean, the exobiology part's the part that's really kind of piqued my interest more recently. But I've always done exploration. I am going to do some exploration near the bubble. Cripes, you have to keep an eye out for this. I think I'm going to go high. Go 100 and something. There's one. No, that's a rock. Oh, here I was giving myself a big pat on the back. There's a piece. No, it's not. That's another rock. Oh, there's a piece. No, that's another rock. I think it might be another. No, there's a bit. Yeah, okay. It's not going to be that bad. We'll get it eventually. Yeah, so I've always kind of been into exploration, but if I show my loadouts now, you'll see my Maverick suit. Oh, it has to be in Manage Loadouts 50. So you can see when I was saying that I'm over the hump, my Artemis suit is grade 5 with reduced tool battery consumption, improved jump sit, and improved battery capacity. And I'm just working out, I think for the fourth one will be the scan one. I've forgotten its name now. Somebody said it improves the scan time. So that would be interesting. My Dominator suit's grade 5. The guns, only the Manticore Tormentor is grade 5, but that's all I need. That needs one extra bit on it, but I think it just means flying to a... sorry, my Dominator suit. My Maverick suit, I'm just doing the Intimidator to a bit higher, but again, I don't need it. The Tormentor does fine. I've got the usual stuff on that. My second Artemis suit has night vision, and will have improved jump assist, I think improved battery, and then it's kind of a trade-off as to that scan time, I think. So I might get the scan time on my first suit and then see if it suits the second suit. So I've got two Artemis suits, one for night vision, one without. And it's just so I can get other benefits when I don't need it. Oh wow, 55 bodies, blooming heck. Sorry, are you... Oh, you did say it. I brought my carrier out to the Sagittarius region. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the... I think the life of an explorer, your fleet carrier should be it. But once you start doing the exobiology, you won't even worry about paying your fleet carrier bills. Like this one I'm sampling now. I just want to get the sample. Bacterium acides. So this is the simple one, so it's worth 1 million. But because I'm first footfall, I'll get 5 million for it. And if you get something that's worth 20 million, which isn't not that often, or you're getting stuff that's even worth 7 million, you times that by 5. So I paid for like 2 months of the fleet carrier yesterday just from doing one system, and it didn't take a lot of time. So I'm just going to come back down now. I sometimes try and do this when I'm moving areas to get it to throw up another group of signals. I think I'm seeing something, but it looks a fair distance away. Oh, I've already seen one. There we go. So that's why sometimes I go up, because I think it does throw something back in. I think I'm going to have to turn off those overlays in the future. I'm getting some choppiness with it. I don't know whether you're seeing the choppiness in the stream. Let me know if you are. Alright, okay, that's good. Who's PTN, by the way? Alright, so there's no point explaining some of those things to you, because if you're already with a group and you've made a lot of money, you're probably more adept than I think. But there's just a lot of new people sometimes. Alright, okay, yeah, I know the Pilots Trade Network, sorry, I know that. It is actually one I've heard of. So I've got the 3 things, haven't I? Right, so now I'm going to set off that other one, which will be the 6th planet. Now the funny thing is that I'm using Elite Observatory at the moment, and I've noticed that it's only thrown up 1, and I'm just wondering with Elite Dangerous Buddy. Yeah. Okay, so Observatory is better than Buddy, and the reason is Observatory seems to tell you what, once you've done the deep scan, it tells you what is there. Whereas Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy still kind of does 50-50s. So it says there's 2 possible types of bacterium on this planet. So that's quite interesting. I did not know that it has a better hit rate. So I don't know if they've found a nuance in the coding or something, in the way it gets delivered. Certainly see. So what's behind your name, Drake? How long have you been playing the game? Haven't you got any thermal wear, Elledsgar, for those chilly forests? Best investment a man can make is in thermals. The first time I actually ever tried them was on a visit to Salt Lake City. We were going to see a ball game, a college ball game, and in Idaho. And somebody bought me in Boise, Idaho, the Blue Field. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it, and yeah, somebody got me thermals for Christmas, and were like, "You'll need these if you're going up to Idaho," and I did. Certainly did. Okay, 3,000 light seconds. Oh, 4,000 actually for a bit of bacteria, but that's what this is all about. I don't know why Restream's not capturing all the proper data these days, you know. 'Cause I know a lot of people use it. I don't know if it's a setting that I haven't changed or something within it, but I don't think it is. Because it's only showing me messages from Twitch in the app, but it is reposting. But it says it's not connected on the app. But obviously on YouTube, LS Guy, you can read the messages from Twitch. I don't know if the guy on Twitch, yes it does, he can see yours as well. So really strange, but if it's working, it's working. I don't need to worry. But I'm going to speak to Marshall. He hasn't been in game for a long time, so I do need to. I wanted to send him a message just to make sure things are on the up and up with him. But I noticed he hadn't logged into the game for a while, so just thought I'd check, make sure he's all right. Probably moved on to something different for a while, which is not a bad thing. I was really enjoying. I was playing Cyberpunk the other week, and I was just loving it. I just jumped head first into it. Like I hadn't done that before. I was like, right, I'm going to play it like a character, and I really enjoyed it. Which I'm going to do a new build, which I'm going to stream, and I'm going to follow the same principles because, like I said, it was a lot of fun. Okay, nearly there. Elite's the only game when I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, blooming heck, I'm halfway through the stream and I've done 2 planets and a little bit of an explanation. Hey Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. This is kind of a test stream today. This isn't, No, it's not a white planet. That's strange. It was in the bloody... It was in the DSS. I think it was anyway, unless I was looking at the wrong one. But again, probably quite easy to find the... probably quite easy to find it. What are you up to today, Mike? Have you just got up? That's a joke, Hellas guy, because it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK. Right. Hellas guy's just got up. Either that or he's still in bed. I'm glad it's 6 probes. I just assumed it was.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Yeah, things are good. Things are good. I'm moving house. This is something I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm moving in a couple of weeks. There's been a lot of problems with this house over the years. It's very compact. Myself and my housemate sometimes have come to loggerheads over things, and I've been saying before, I had a lot of problems with finishing off my job and stuff, and I know I've just been in a ridiculously weird, bad headspace for a fair few years, and this year I've kind of taken a sabbatical, even though I couldn't really afford it. So I'm only doing a little bit, and I haven't overworked myself with anything, and I've just concentrated on nothing but me. Which is why I stopped streaming for a while, because I was like, I don't want to put any pressures on myself to deliver anything. Not that anybody asks for them; these are self-imposed pressures. Because of work and stuff, and I just didn't want to be like that anymore. And I went for this walk on Sunday and just I've been walking a fair bit, but this is the first one where I was walking and I was just like, my brain feels different. And I had a conversation with my housemate this morning about how like I feel a lot happier in general. So we started looking for a new house a few weeks ago, and we've got one, and it's actually smaller than this one, which I'm not looking forward to that element. But we've got a balcony on the front and back of the house. We've got a garden. We've got a view of the mountains. We've got a view of the countryside because the house is like the last house on the edge of the village or the edge of the town. And we're getting it through friends, so it's like there's so many positive aspects that I was like, I have to go with it. I'm just gonna have to move. I don't want to deal with this place anymore. So we're moving, and I just think that's going to improve things in general. I've got an open fire as well. Oh my god, you can't understand how much I've said to people in life, there's only a few things I need: a big kitchen and an open fireplace. And if you can give me anything extra like the views and whatnot, I'll take it. Right, let's go scan about for some... These planets are so dark, I'm really not sure if I should try with my night vision. I don't know if my night vision's going to help, to be honest with you. Is that a piece there already? Yep, that looks like biology. Or is it just a very big rock? Oh, it is a very big rock. It's not flashing. Right, okay. I am seeing something a little bit in the distance that might be... Oh, there's some. Okay, I know how to spot it now. It's kind of a very, very light colour, which is good to spot. What was he saying? Cheeky bastard. Oh no, I'm only joking, mate. I had to say this to a student yesterday because he thought I got upset at him, and I said I'm playing around with you. Right. So, whoop, wrong button. Don't want to be shooting rocks. That won't scan anything. Right, where's my biology then? I forgot where it was. It felt like it was just off the nose to the right, but I'm guessing it wasn't. Ah, it's under the wing. That's why I missed it. No, that's my light. Hang on a minute. There was biology here. I saw it. Is it off the back? Swifty, what's happened? Where's this biology gone? It was there. It was there. It was off my wing, my left wing, I think. I don't know if it was just maybe a distance away. It's not here, is it? I'm not being an idiot. No. No. Hang on a minute. I don't know how I misread this. Oh yeah, poor cow. Right, let's have a look. Night vision. I'm just gonna go up a bit and have a quick look around for what I was looking at. Was it that rock I was looking at? It might have been the rocks, you know. Jeez Louise, it must have been that rock, but no, that rock's a different colour from the thing I saw from up here. Right, okay, so let's have a look. That is really weird. It was that rock, so we're gonna have to turn the old night vision off, otherwise I don't think we're gonna find anything we need. Right, so there's something down there in black. And that flashed. Yes, okay, that must have been the one I was thinking of, and I've just parked too far away from it. Because that looks pretty much what I saw before. So it's under my... And yeah, an open fire is one of the best things ever. It's... I mean, it depends on the person. Some people are not that big of fans of them. They'll take one if they have one. There we go. But for me, it's a really big thing. Especially here as during the winter, some of the nights are bitterly cold. But having said that, I'm not somebody who's really like massively affected by the cold. Maybe later on in life, but right now I'm not. I think the heat bothers me more, which is crazy living in Spain. And some people would say it's suicide, but it's again, it's actually something I can handle. Sometimes when I'm walking in the mountains, I prefer like 30-degree heat to lower heat. I don't mind it when it's like sometimes a little bit, the heat's a little bit much. But I'm just this is actually really hard. I know I've gone away from the sample. Now I'm really not seeing anything, and I'm getting glare off the door. So it's making it harder to see stuff as well. I think I'm going to put on the thing again. I think I'm going to go up a little bit more. That's a bit better. I'm going to fly around from up here. Rocks, 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 rocks. That's a rock. Yep. That might be a bit of it there. Looks too much like a rock though. Yeah, it is a rock, isn't it? Dang it. Oh. No, that's a rock. I actually thought these planets had been much easier to find bacterium on, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe if we do the old open away. So everything will pop off, pop out, and then work our way back down again. Yep, there we go, straight down to some, and this is why I like to do it. It seems to work. It seems to work better than the old formula, which my old formula was just, you know, stay low and fly along, but you can be there for a couple of minutes and not find anything. But then if you go into the where the graphics pop out or pop off, it seems like something almost immediately pops in. So what's Mike saying? Hang on, what's this about? Well, your views are your views. I don't don't think we ever should really be telling other people how to necessarily live. And we can have our own views regardless. It's up to me whether I choose to be your friend based on your views. I am going to be totally honest. Politics in my eyes is voodoo. It's not real. It's something that's put in place to keep us all under control, and I don't think that anybody in politics has our best interest at heart. I think they are the elite class who look at us as the little children that need kind of looking after, and they do it in their way. They're never looking out for you. So I don't think your life should revolve around your political views unless you're a politician, which would mean you're a scumbag, and then I'm on about if you're a politician, not based on your views. And I wouldn't ever want to know a politician personally. They're all scumbags, all of them. Especially the ones who can't use a hammer. I'm talking about Rishi Sunak at the moment. Guy can't use a hammer, people, and he's running a country. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, just search Rishi Sunak hammer and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh no, that's a rock. Oh, blow it. I went up and came down, but I think I didn't cut up far enough, so I'm going to try again. I mean, for example, Ellidsgar. I went to New York, met Ellidsgar, had a couple of meals, went for a walk. He was a bit of a moaning bitch about the walking path. I'm only kidding, Ellidsgar. It was hellish, right? It was hellish. He still moaned a bit too much, but it was hellish. But the person I met is somebody I want to be friends with, and I think that's, and it's not because you paid for breakfast. What can I say? There's people who have my political views, the exact same political values as I do, and I wouldn't want to know them from Adam. Because they're scumbags. That's why I just don't think that political views are that important with people. I think some people just put way too much stock in them. Go away. I can't see if my gear's down. Yeah, I can when it says deployed or not deployed, can't I?
Landing gear deployed.
It's funny you should say that, Mike. I put it in a bit of a simpler way. If you post something on Reddit, there's always going to be somebody people who support you, and there's always going to be somebody who comes in and writes something stupid. Always. Always, always. There was somebody who wrote something on a Reddit post I put yesterday, and I was like, did you even read what I've put? Because it seems like you didn't even read it. And their answer was to delete their message. Not to say, oh no, I didn't. It's like, oh shit, I've been proven wrong, I'll just delete it. This type of person, you don't need them in your life. People who just want to be right all the time. I mean, I am right all the time, but that's a different kettle of fish. Way! Dum, bum, bum. So I don't know whether you heard that crack in the background. I've got this amazing mosquito killer, and I don't know if it's nuclear powered. I really don't. I've just never heard snaps like this before in my life. And then last night, something went up in flames. I don't know what it was, but it hit it and just went zzz, and burst into flames. And it was like, I've never celebrated death before, but I've got little respect for mosquitoes. But I think it might have been like a daddy long legs that hit it or something last night, and I felt really bad. I felt really bad for it. Right, okay, so that's 10 million in this system, I think. Yeah, 1 and 1, so that's 10 million for this system, so, you know, it's all gravy. And now we're going to go into the galaxy map again, and we're going to look for the next one, I think. I don't know if we can just press that. No, we can't. We have to do the whole typing again. This is why I need to reset, save the base path. So A, B, 14. I don't even know if I want to go into the B14, but we're on B14-3, right, which is there. B14. I'm going to actually have to 14-3. Mother lover. Right, so anyway, it doesn't matter because we can go on realistic map mode. Realistic map mode. Come on. There we go. Oh, I thought we could do it that way. Alright, let's start again. P. I tell you what, the way you put some things in here. Hang on. B14, and then it would be -4. Right, so we want to go look at that one. And then do we put it in there? No, it doesn't do it. Okay, so 14. I can't get the thought in my head what I was actually trying to aim for here. So B14. 14.7. Oh, right. 01. And that's the one we're in now. So now I need to go to the next one. No, it's not. There's the next one. Okay, 14.4. Right. So it's another M class. So look, just found 2 water worlds. Ooh, nice. I always like 2 water worlds, especially if they're terraformable. I got it off Amazon actually, Mike. Let me have a look. And I'll post the name in. And my housemate was saying yesterday as well, she's only been bitten once since I've got it. I think it's just a cheap thing from China, but I think it's overpowered. It had very good reviews. It was like 4.5 stars or something. Oh, it's actually on a flash offer. So it says 4,000 volts, I think, on it. You'll have to look up the English version, Mike. But that's the name for the Spanish one. And then I can give you the link to the Spanish Amazon. You'll just have to find the name of the product. But if you type in the main title, which is in capitals, and then just put, I guess you'd call it a mosquito bat or something, or a mosquito racket, maybe, in English. There's your lead stream. There you go. There's the link to the Amazon for it. And yeah, I actually 14.4, so we're now 14.5. I'm really happy with it. Well, you'll still get what, 500,000 for the other one, and then I think it was 500,000. I don't know if they changed it actually. M2, M9, M6. Is there a B50? Is there a B15? Right, okay, I think we need to do it a little bit different. Something's not working right here, and it's really winding me up. But this is just me. I just have to, as I said, I have turned over a bit of a new lease in life. So I'm like, when I find myself getting angry, I'm just like, take a talk of the vape or calm the fuck down. Life is way too short for this shite. Right, okay, so if we go AA, see? This is why this galaxy map thing needs changing. When you're in here, if you click out of it all and then you accidentally press delete to go back with one thing, it will delete the whole list. And then it does that when I press a different button. It sends me to the pause screen when I'm trying to type in the first part. But, you know, I just have to suck it up. I'm seriously trying to do this because I think I was telling you before, I started using marijuana in small amounts, and hang on a minute, so we were up to B14, so I think if we go bam, no, and then we go right, okay, okay. So I just need to go through this a little bit until I get back up to the 14. So that's 4, 3, 4, 4, 14. Okay, now we're back up to the 14. So this is an M star, M star, M2. It's got a few in there, but it's still too weak, I think. Okay, so now we're up to B17. Now this is an M1, which is actually quite bright. So I'm just going to put a quick bookmark in there. Now I don't know why, but I can't see my bookmarks. I wonder if it's because I've turned them off. Yeah, it is. Because if I turn back there, it's there. Okay, so keep going, Swifty. B30. Okay, that's an M9, so I don't want that one. M8, M7, L8, 5, M9, so no, Christ, no. M2, probably not very good. M9, M4, we're not at the end of the list yet, are we? We're up to B42, M7, M7, M6, M3, M6. That's an L star, so it's going to have nothing. M5, M4, M7, M8, T Towery. Oh, K star. It is a very, very weak K star. But it's not outside the realms of. It's not outside the realms of what we were kind of looking for. T Towery, MO. Okay, that's another one that can. That's another one that I can bookmark. I don't know if I'm going to travel like 1,000 light years to get to that one, or 1,000 light seconds. Sorry. M3, K3. Okay, there's a K3 there. Actually, a K3 is probably terrible, to be honest with you. K7. M1 could be interesting. Put that back in. It's K7, so that's quite... KO. Okay, that one's probably an interesting one, because that's going to be quite hot and bright. So I actually think that's where I'm going to head my route to next. I think we might have a bit of travel to get there, but I don't mind. K5, T Towery, and I think that's the end of the list of AAA. So it would then be, I think the next one's AAB or ABA. I can't remember, but I'll work it out when I get to it. Okay, so if we come out, you'll see now that in this tiny little bit of space, I have a few bookmarked places. Oh god, these are on the central core run almost though. I need to work myself out here, by the way, for the next stream. I'm going to be somewhere out here, and I'll start doing it there, because I think in this area I'm going to hit a lot of places that people have already looked at. So, but the reason I've bookmarked them, as you can see, is because it now allows me to work out roughly how I'm going to do it. So I'm probably going to go bam bam, unless that one's an M1. So, yeah. What's that one? K9. So you know what? We're going to take that one off. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to travel to this one. We're going to then travel up to there, and then we're going to travel out to here. And that's how I'm going to do it. So that's why I bookmark them. I immediately take the bookmarks off afterwards. So this one's quite interesting because this has got... hang on. That's not even the one I'm looking at. Why is that not in line? No, I need to undo that one. That one, for some reason, isn't in line with what I was looking at. So we're going to go to this one. It's 500 light years away. I don't want to do anything out of sequence. That actually looked like a nice system, but I don't want to do anything out of sequences. So let's have a just quick look at the thing. Is that expensive for the UK? It's pretty expensive, actually, yeah. Well, no, 21 euros. How much in pounds? 21 in the UK. So you're talking, what's that? That's about three. I think it's about 375 difference or something. I haven't actually looked at the one yet. Drake, where did your name come from? Sorry, I probably missed it earlier. Probably missed it. I do apologise. Right. Let's get a move on. It's 10 jumps, which seems an awful lot. 1 second. Does seem like an awful lot. No, apparently that's right. So we'll get jumping because, as I said, in order to do this correctly, I've got to do it correctly. Now these places that I'm flying through, I can't check any of them because they're not in the list of how I want to do it. But it's finding those 3-letter codes that jump us to areas with the type of suns that we want. So these suns, because this is a practice, are M stars, and I'm not interested in M stars. The lowest I can go is a K. A bright K as well, sorry, or a hot K. Now what I will maybe mix in the future, for example, is I'll come into here and see if there's any Earth likes, water worlds and things like that. And if there is, I would at least do a DSS on them. Oh well, this is fun. I don't know why, but my mouse stopped working on the screen. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Oh, it's that one. But we'll move on. A lot more lag today. I've noticed that the streams. It's been a long week. Oh yeah, so I was saying, like a couple of years ago, I got they said that my doctor said that I have like really high blood pressure, way higher than it should be, for my body type and fat index. I've forgotten what they call it when your body fat ratio. And they put me on some pills which were absolutely horrible, to take, and I could never icy body. And I was taking them for a long time, and then the actual prescription ran out because I think it was on a temporary thing. And I'll be honest with you, very stupidly, I was like, I don't want to take these anymore because they were affecting my life. They were affecting like my everyday life. And I didn't like it. They weren't necessarily making me iller. There was just some drawbacks which I didn't like. And but I took my blood pressure a couple of weeks ago, and it's body mass index. That's the one. I took my blood pressure a couple of weeks ago, and it was in normal. So I'm kind of the opinion that it was just life and work. That was, but I haven't actually taken it since. But I will because I wanted to see the doctor before the summer commences. Because in the summer the doctor's surgeries get quite full for some reason. I have no idea. Oh, just a gas giant. Keep going. 10 jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, the thing is, I never get big. I do visibly sometimes get a bit of a chin and a bit of a belly, but my eating habits and the way I am, I don't really get fat. And one of the reasons is because I'll eat junk food en masse the day I want to eat it, but then all the other days I don't touch it. Sugar is pretty much not a part of my diet unless it's actually in something that I've bought. I make all my own sauces. I generally eat pretty much the carnivore diet, but not the strict carnivore diet, so daft as it sounds, but like a lot. I think the way I cook, a lot more things are maybe natural. I don't really buy packeted sauces. Never to say never, but it's always, like a one-off or just the special day that I decide, I really want to have that packet sauce. So for example, today I'm having lasagna and I've used a potted bechamel, which I can make it myself. That potted bechamel will have sugar in it because as the preservative. So, but in general, yeah, blood pressure is something, especially for men, to keep an eye on. But there's always been that, that thing of where they say you can't bring it down, but it's come down, and I do think it's because mine was more stress of work than life, kind of how I'm going through life. This looks like a nice system. I don't know why. When I saw the sun and I saw 33 bodies, my brain just goes back to those days of searching for. Searching for stuff. I'm gonna have a quick peek. I can't withhold it. Oh, we might have a water world. No, we haven't. We've got a water giant. Loads of water giants. Okay, but it was close to a water world. That's why I piqued my interest. Plus, I did notice actually as well, the last time I walked, the previous times I've walked, I have circulation problems, which definitely have circulation problems. And they think that was connected to the blood pressure as well, but getting to see a specialist here with my current doctor is just impossible. Change your doctors as well, because where I'll be living I can actually officially change doctors. So I'm going to change my doctor anyway. So my new doctor might be better. At the moment I've got a doctor from South America, and I sometimes think that she thinks in the way that they do over there rather than has adapted to life here and changed her thinking, because some of her remedies and ideas for stuff is really strange. Like, I don't smoke anymore. Oh, and the alcohol as well, I have a little bit here and there, but the alcohol's just been kicked to the curb as well. So I think that's I think that's one of the things that's helped. Even coffee I've started cutting down a bit. I'm drinking it now, but it's a watered down American version. I'm not drinking straight espresso. Who's Bushy Mel? What? I have no idea. You'll have to explain that one, Elazgar. You do realise like sometimes I'm just waffling.
System scan.
I'm filling up time, and I forget when I've said something.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I do think like your health is the number one thing. Your health is you don't think about it when you're young, and I think that's why so many middle-aged and older men get into trouble, because they kind of do the old ostrich head in the sand and still think that they're young, and they don't want to be conquered by something. We have a strange mentality as men. They don't want to be conquered by illness. Because I was talking about somebody the other day, when you think back about COVID, right? A lot of things that like somebody like Elazgar said about COVID, at the time, people would have argued and said, "Oh, you're right wing, blah 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 blah." But everything he said's actually come true, pretty much. There's still some things I disagreed with him on, but like 90% of things that he said have come true, and it's slowly but surely coming out in the news now. Oh yeah, we shouldn't have locked you up. There was no point. There was actually at the very beginning of the pandemic, there was a... Oh, we got biological. There was a... This is not in my list though, so I can't go get that biological anyway. I just thought this looked like a place to scan, but I'm going to heed my own rules. A lot of things have come out now where they're saying, okay, no, it wasn't that case, it's this case, and I'm just like... And when I see about this thing going on in the UK, I don't know whether people have seen it. Beshmel, okay. Thank you. This current thing in the UK about the tainted blood. I mean, this is showing you how governments operate, and people read... It's with that and the post office scandal in the UK at the moment. If people took a lot of notice in that and realised that the government is behind both cover-ups, and the cover-ups are completely scandalous, and it looks like nobody's going to jail. So there's all these people who've been sent to jail for 10, 20 years for theft, who didn't commit the theft, are being let out 10 years on, and they're going, well, yeah, we'll give them a payment, we'll give them some money. I don't want your money, I want my life back. And no heads are rolling. It's absolutely... It's just hammered home that distrust of governance for me. But I'm going to get away from that. I'm going to get away from it because I feel my blood pressure go. Right, this is a system. Yeah, so I bought the bechamel in a thing. I made everything else myself, like the tomato sauce and everything. That was all homemade. Oh, look at this! So I actually hand-picked this system, and it's got 50 things inside of it because it's quite new, I'm guessing. And we're gonna actually have to go for a refuel. I didn't realise, because we'll have quite a big trip after this to get to the other system, so I think we can sit and chat for a while. There are a few, like I said, I'm going to check on Marshall, but there are a few people that that I do worry about sometimes, like Brian, who disappeared. Dave Z seems to have disappeared these days, but I do know that he signs into Discord, and he's still a member of the channel. So, and I know that Marshall does as well. Smitty, but I guess a lot of people just moved on from the game, I'm guessing. Right, okay, full. Let's go away and scan the system. Let's see if we can find anything of interest. See, this thing took me a long time to take on board, but I'm actually going to go get bifocal glasses, I think, when I'm back in the UK, because it's ridiculously expensive in Spain. I'm never going to buy glasses here. There's certain things in Spain where there's a mentality that you should pay more for it because it helps your health in a way, and the shops and things are completely on top of it and just absolutely have your eyes out. Like even you know, the we have something called, we have farmacia, so obviously pharmacy, but we also have something called parapharmacia, which is a shop that doesn't sell pharmacy goods, it sells the alternatives, so like blends of herbs and stuff, and I'm all for that. I absolutely believe that we should eat more herbs and and have more of those things in our diet. We have a lot of wild rosemary grows where I live, so when I see it I just pick it. You never need to buy any. We have mushrooms as well here, which I am kind of getting into mushroom hunting, but it's very early days. Although you do have to be very careful with your mushrooms. Only 1% of mushrooms are poisonous, and it's actually exactly the same percentage for hallucinogenics. So the chance of poisoning yourself is actually very low unless you're eating large amounts. Now there are the odd mushroom where if you eat one it can possibly kill you, but that's all to do with your body makeup and everything. So I'm not so concerned about that because a lot of people around here are pretty good at mushroom spotting. So I can always send photos to friends and say, you know, is this one okay? Because it looks a little bit different than what I was expecting. And they'll tell me, and then when I get back home I can always get people to just do a one over, so on my catch, so if I share a few. But that's something I'm really wanting to get into. A lot of berries around here, a lot of buried areas, which is good. So that's something I'm going to get into. I'm going to start, maybe I might even think about putting a chicken run in to my new house. There's a tiny bit of space in the garden for it. But if not, I'm probably... Oh, so we are going to have to go after that one. It is only a singular biological, but it's one I've found through the new way of doing it. So it's not exactly what I was expecting. I was hoping for like 6, 8 biologicals. You can't have everything. But I'm only halfway through the planet, so you never know what this game's going to throw up. Oh, I'm not looking at chat here, by the way. I had the wrong thing up. I was looking at people. Yeah, I mean, I have to be straight. I have to be straight out about it. Is that one of the things, as Ella's guy, is I was affected. I only took 2. I think it was Pfizer and the BioNTech, I think, and I think it was the BioNTech that messed me up, and I had a lot of problems for a long time, and none of the doctors could explain what they were. They were all looking at me going, it's very strange in somebody like you, you're very fit, you're doing certain things, like, we don't understand quite, and none of them were saying what they thought it was. But I've since then talked to one of my students' parents who's a nurse, and she was saying, we know there's something going on with the with one of the jabs, but there's no scientific, one type of the jabs actually, she said, not one of the jabs, one type of the jabs, and she went, there's just not been enough information put out about it, and she said it's kind of been hidden. And I'm like, yeah, because a government will do what it thinks is good for the people, not for the person. And that's why I said I'm really untrusting of it. And it's really sad that it's messed people up. Because somebody said to me the other day, somebody said, well, wouldn't you rather live with an ailment than die without one? And I said, well, that's very, very... That's not really an argument, in my opinion. The reason I'll say it is because when I had my foot problems after tearing my Achilles, walking along the Pyrenees, I think that my brain came drastically close to bad ideas. I'll just put it in that sense. Because I couldn't walk, I was in pain all the time, like it was just a horrible, horrible time. And some people don't want to live with chronic pain, unfortunately. They just don't, or chronic problems, it's too much. Oh God, I think back to how I used to feel back then. Like, oh, it was just a bad time. Right, we're getting into the big end. Oh, we've got some more information popping up. I'll test that out in a minute. Oh, 2 biological, so I'll go with that one first, because it's actually got 2. We've got 3 more to find, but they're all in the same band, which is good. So, okay, I haven't found anything truly spectacular in here, but it is kind of allowing me to work things out. Right, okay. So, I'll have a quick look at the chat before I start going down into this. The only thing is, ducks are louder and they smell worse. But yeah, duck eggs are quite nice. Seriously, they are. Duck fat's better as well. Right, okay, so we've got a few places here with stuff. So it's, yeah, again, it's saying that it's Pacific stuff. I'm just going to check it with Elite. I can cross-reference with Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy, which is good, because previously I couldn't. So this is saying bacterium. Okay, so these are either going to be crap or they're going to be good, but I think they're going to be crap, right? Because I know what type of biologicals I've been finding on these M stars, so I won't be surprised if it's just more of the same. But this does prove the hypothesis of certain systems are going to spawn certain things, and when you find those juicy systems that spawn those juicy things, you can start looking at the string, the name string, and you can start looking for those things where you say, okay, these types of systems are always going to throw up biologicals, and they're always going to throw up around 3 or 4 or 1 or 2. So the M stars are throwing up 1, 2 maximum so far, but we haven't done the other ones yet, but it'll confirm my thoughts, and then I'll know that the AA is not one that I want to particularly hunt in. That's the idea. Touch wood, I don't know. I don't know anybody who's been affected other than me. But I stopped taking the jab when the news came out that it didn't stop you getting it, and it didn't stop you spreading it. Because for me, I was like, I had it at the very beginning. So I had possibly the worst type of it, and I was out for 2 weeks. And I'm going to be honest with you, I spent 8 days sitting on the sofa, and there was a period of nearly 3 days when I hardly got up. I was like literally on all fours going to the toilet. It was that bad. That kind of passed, but the headaches just never stopped. I remember for the whole time there was just this excruciating headaches, like your head was in a vice. And then the lockdown came about a month or so afterwards. I think it was a month and a half afterwards, and I never caught it. And I went to work, never caught it. Like, I couldn't understand. I'm working with kids. You catch everything they have. And that's when I realised, like, oh shit, I've already had it. So I got the jab, thinking it was going to be good and everything, and protecting others and whatnot. And I did my duty. But then, after that second one, which was quite in close succession to the first one, I just thought, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. And they're already starting to pull some of them off the shelves because nobody's using them anymore. And my grandma did have COVID a couple of weeks ago, and she was in a pretty bad way, but she's pulled through. This is a woman with like serious heart problems. She's pulled through it, so she's had her jabs. And, you know, she's one of those people who, it's a trade-off. She has to work out whether she wants it or not. That's her choice to make. What really got me was after we'd had them, actually, here, only here in Spain, but we didn't have to prove we'd had them when we went back to work. I found it really strange. Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to go into the thing because this is a massive spot by the looks of it. So, this is probably going to be one of those planets where so it's going to be crap. I know it is. It's going to be those ones that look like a leaf on a stem. I've forgotten the name of it now. And then there's going to be a very, very simple bacteria. Now the leaves on a stem, I've forgotten the names, so you'll have to bear with me. They are normally like rampant. There they are. So they're just everywhere. It's like impossible to miss them. They're normally pretty much everywhere you go, but you have to get quite a distance on them. I think it's the maximum. I think it might be 800 meters or something. And so, just so you know, I'm not anti-vax for the people. I mean, if people want to take it, they want to take it. But I want my own personal choice in the future as to whether I do something, and I want full details. Luckily, that's one of the good things from my doctor. Is she knows that I like to read everything, and I'm not hypochondriac. I think when she first met me, she thought I was a hypochondriac, but I said to her, I just like to read it so I know what all the drawbacks are going to be, everything like that, and then I'll make a decision. That's why I actually stopped taking the last ones, because the blood pressure tablets, was because they were causing me havoc. 500 meters on this one, so actually not even that far. But as I said, they'll just keep popping in all the time. You never have to worry with these things, he says. But you can literally fly in a straight line and they're just there. But they're only worth like $1 million. Oh, I'm I'm just reading something that's popped up and I can't see it on Twitch. Yondu. Oh, selling views. Cheers, thanks, but no thanks. Jeez Louise. Can't Twitch work out if you've got fake viewers? I actually got enough to start monetizing my Twitch, but I'm not bothering. So yeah, one of the things I am back out to walking, so the Happy Marmot thing will probably start slowly coming back, but I mean slowly. I think I'm going to start with just uploading some pictures, maybe a few short videos. So I'll talk more about that in the future. And in the summer, I haven't got a lot of money this year, so I think I'm actually going to complete a little bit more of the GR, which is the one where I tore my Achilles last time, but I'm going to do it very differently this time. And hope, oh look, so we need this bacteria here, so there's part of me just going, please be 500 meters. Yep, okay, I'll just double check because I like to double check. So we're going to get 2 of 1 stone here, and luckily the biological is very grey, so I don't need to worry about that in the future. See the massive field of them over there? Huge field of them. Like, these things are just everywhere. Like, you don't need to worry about it. So that's because they're just so darn cheap. Got a lot of big stuff. Some planets are great. I was listening to what was I was listening to yesterday? It was really fun. I was listening to Tom Petty learn to fly, but while making these huge jumps across a planet. It was really good fun. Really enjoyed it. Little things, people. Learn to enjoy the little things. They do make a difference. So I'm assuming both of the yeah, so I'm gonna get like 10 million off this planet. So, you know, again, it's not peanuts, and it's not like I'm having to overwork or work. I've just seen another bacteria thing immediately, but I think it's gonna be too close. Oh, it isn't actually bacteria, it's just a rock, so that is. And that might actually be at the distance, so that's good. What time are we on? Okay, so I've got like 30 minutes left of this stream. The reason I'm having to minimise it this early is because I want to stream later. I've got to go out and do a bit of shopping because I've got a new class that starts on Monday and I want to get some things for my students, so because I always give like my students a little welcome package of things for them to use in their classes, so I need to go and get some things for that. I wish you got more for these ones, because when you come across these fields, they're actually, it feels pretty impressive. I think that's why one of the things I was like, when people were saying the other night in the stream, maybe to not support FDev, it is something I have actually thought about, because this whole like kind of pay to win argument, it is pay to win. There's no doubt about it, but it's at such a level that they've done it so as not to try and piss off the regular player base who's been in the game for a long time, which inevitably it has. because people have worked for something, don't like the fact that somebody can come in and buy it, and they didn't have that option. And oh, there we go. And I totally understand that point of view. I've said it before, like, but anything that comes to the game now that I don't like, I don't have to partake in it. But I really feel like throwing away the money I've invested and whatnot. I have said I don't think I'm going to buy any more paint jobs or anything. I don't know if I'm going to maybe get a celebratory one before I go into the black, because I have quite a lot of arcs saved up. But I think after that I'm just going to do a Malcolm, and it'll literally be only arcs that I've made in game, and they can keep paying for the servers. But I'm not going to support them by buying stuff that I don't need, or because it just, I was watching a video yesterday of space games, coming space games and stuff. Some of them actually looked pretty cool, but I'm like, they don't give me what Elite does. The closest one that can, I think, is Star Citizen, and I'm not going to invest in that game until it's I'm not going to invest in that game until it's ready. Properly ready. Right, so all the others are only one. This is just thinking for the good of my brain. All the others in the system are one, and everything's going to be... I tell you what, this Elite Observatory is actually better than the Exploration Buddy. The only thing is some of the stuff, it has pictures, and when you try and highlight them, it doesn't necessarily tell you what it is. There's a couple of like little markers and I have no idea what they are, and it doesn't say anything about what they might mean. I need to read the documentation, I think. I really do. But yeah, it seems like this might be my new go-to. It's got lots of plugins for it for different bits and bobs, so it's quite good. Right, okay, so do we move on to the next system one? Yeah, I think we should actually, because I did want to check it while I was streaming. So, the next step up in this is to go to the next thing. So this would be PRAEA, EUQ, and then I think it's AA-B, but I don't think it is. I think it's AB-A. But let's have a look. B, then it would be, what would it be? This is where I get mixed up because I can't remember if you can put a letter in the next one. I think you can. Oh, you bastard! Dash. No, it wouldn't be dash AA, would it? It would be dash B. Yay! Okay, so no, I've worked it out. Okay, right. Okay, so it could go AA-B. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly get rid of these ones. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna get rid of. Might have to go closer in actually to get rid of these. Take that one away. Take that one away. And we want so AAB, and it would be B0 would be the first one. Now these are still red dwarfs by the looks of it. So let's just see if they're all T Towery, red dwarf. Okay. Red dwarf. Okay, so they're all that. Okay, so let's go and change it a little bit. Ah! This is what I mean. Why would you delete the whole thing? Oh my God, this is like a bloody fight with death who wants to take you and you don't want to go. B. B-O. B. Okay, so why don't we put B-O in there? Oh, you knew you were going to do that. Right. It's okay because I've got this thing right in front of me. Right, okay, so I'm just going to do it from here. B1, T-Towery, B16-1, Red Dwarf Star, okay, T-Towery Star, yeah, okay, so I think all of these are... So see, I'm clicking it here. Now, if I press delete here, it should not delete the whole thing, but it does. And I do not understand the design concept behind that. It seems like a badly forgotten thing. A, B. Now, we're going to try AB-A now. Okay, so it starts at this B1601. Which is another red dwarf star, T-Towery, red dwarf, T-Towery, red dwarf, right, okay. So, now we have to wonder about P-R-A-E-A, because I'm not even going to bother with that thing that's been driving me up. Now it would be A-C-A. B-O, okay. These are red dwarf stars as well. Oh, great. Red dwarf. So this is why I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong with this, am I? If I'm only hitting red dwarfs. But this is, yeah, T-Towery, like, it's always T-Towery, red dwarf. So let's try BA. B A dash A. Alright, so let's see what this throws up. These are red dwarfs as well by the looks of it, but BA dash A, yeah, okay. So let's see if it goes up at all. No, so we're gonna have to go with CA-A. Right, and that looks like it's B29, like B4 should be the minimum, but let's pretend. Now, these are all red dwarfs, so I'm starting to think like, is it something in that back end part? So let's have a look at... I hate that I can't copy it. Control and... See? Let's have a look. Control V? No. Ah! Now I've got my... Right, and now I got AC, wasn't it? So... Let's BAA. Right, okay, so let's try... Okay, let's try P-R-A-E-A E-U-Q. Let me just... Oh, I hope this doesn't wipe it when I come back to it. Just give me a second. Right, so C All right. Okay. So it's that part that I should actually be concentrating on. Okay. So, for example, if we go this one, is this a red dwarf? Yes. Right, so it's starting at the D's by it looks like we start to get K stars. Okay, so if I did AA-A E? AA dash no dash B. Ah, AA dash whatever. So dash, I can't remember where I was up to. I think I was up to dash B. Okay, and then we'd need to start at E. No, there isn't. See, D. Right, so that's interesting. So if we go AAC, yeah, and we start ABCD, D. Nope, there's nothing in that. E. Okay, what about AAAD? And then BCD. No. E. Right, ED. No, EF. D. Okay, F. G. I don't even know. D. No. G. H. I wonder if it doesn't go as high as that. I wonder if like D is the highest one. Yes, it is. Okay, so I can go back. Right. Ah! Right, it's okay. I'll get it. P-R-E. No, P-R-A-E-A, E-U-Q, E-U-Q, A-A dash. Now we were on B. And then we want it to be either, I think we were going to go with, I want to try C for a second actually, because that is K's, so at least we know it's K's. That's still K's mixed with T Towery, so I think I'm minimum going to have to go with D on these for me. It's K5. It's a hot M-class star. K5, K4, K3. How far away is this? Oh, it's a 7,000 light seconds, so no way I'm travelling there. Right, let's try with a D. Oh, we're gonna be AAB. Believe me, I'm going to actually copy and paste this at some point. Right, AA dash, was it C I said? Just let me check the C class here. It's K9. K1? That could be of interest. K1. Towery. G8, that's not too bright, is it? But let's it's my first G, so I think I'm just gonna do it anyway. It'll be in the same vicinity, so I suppose to try and just have a look for, probably not too bad. And I think there's only a couple in this area, so how far are we from where we are? Yeah, see, this is going in the wrong direction, but I've said before that I'll happily go to them just to test for this stream, but I don't think I'm gonna get to them in time. It's 20 jumps. I don't know, This can't be right. I need to come here. Right, I need to double click and go in on this because this is going to eventually drop out. So if we do a clear route, fastest, use inject home boost, no FSD boost. Let's try again. Yeah, I'm not jumping 20 to there. Okay, so because I can work towards this one, and this is the one I've kind of been working towards for a while. So I think I'm going to see out the stream just jumping to this one, even though it shouldn't be 72 jumps. I think we might have to use sponge. I close the sponge. Ah. Okay, no problem. See, there's your head. We don't need no sponge. I don't need no sponge. I don't want, no, don't import, no, don't send optional data, no, I don't care about your stupid thing. If you're wondering why I'm doing it in Edge, it's because I've got too many things open in my Firefox. Sponge Elite. There we go. This is probably going to take forever. I think my range is 64 unladen. We definitely want higher efficiency. We want around 90 if possible. Right, so source system is PRAEA EQU. No, it's not EUQ. Yep. Right, okay, so we're in AA-A B17, AA-A B17, AA-A B B17, B17-0, B17-0. B17-0. Okay. And the destination system is, where has it gone? BLO-EURL. BLO. Okay. And yeah, actually, we want to start at AA-A, AA-A. And then we want to go with the lowest one, so it'll be B6 by the looks of it. So that's our destination one that we want to try with. Although I think actually we don't want to be doing it B. We want to do it D if possible. So can I copy that? No. Okay, let's try again. BLOEU. At least it's all above me now. I don't have to switch between screens. So AA-A, and there's a C in this one. So what about B? B, C. No. What about D? I don't know if there is a D. Yes, there is a D. D, B40, B. Forgetting my own stuff. Yeah, B's not too bad, is it? B's probably not too bad, so I think I'm going to head here. It's the only one. It looks like it'll be about right. So I'm going to calculate the route. This takes a couple of seconds, so just bear with me while it's doing this. So in my Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy, a couple of hours yesterday, and these couple of hours today, I have 116 million in exploration data. But it's all first footfall. So that means I've made over 500 million credits. Spanch is still working. When you put the efficiency up, it does take time, but sometimes it gives you a really good route. Okay, they've popped in. So this is still 67 jumps. I think it's because to do what I was doing now, I've pulled away from 100 Unfortunately, I've pulled away from the... There seems to... The neutron highway is a real thing, and I think I've just pulled away from it. I think that's all it is. I've just gone too far away from it. So when you try and get back on track, it kind of doesn't like it, because I think originally I was only due to... when I originally set off from the bubble, it was something very small, like 60.
Drive charging.
So yeah, I'll do these few jumps, I think, and then I'm gonna have to work out whether I come back later and keep jumping to get to the area I want to be. That's actually really where I want to be for this mini expedition. Or whether I'm going to do a cyberpunk stream or something.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
I just realised that's going to be... No, we don't, because we're not on the main... And when do we have to... 3, so... Next one I have to make sure I'm full of fuel. I found a sweet spot there. I have actually. We're not getting hot very quickly at all. It's on 66, and it has been for the last few seconds. So that's the sweet spot you want when you're refueling. I should only have one jump left. No, I've got 2 jumps left. So, oh yeah, no, Swifty. It should have been the next jump that you did here. It doesn't matter. Got plenty of fuel. Need to get my head working on it though. So now we need the next one. So we've done that one. I should actually be stopping a little bit along the way to find other mass codes and other system codes that will help me discover a little bit more as well.
System scan complete.
But unfortunately, there's quite a lot of information about like kind of how it works, but it doesn't seem like anybody's found anything where it produces any type of constant results, and that's because of the RNG in this game,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
which needs to really come in line with modern knowledge as well, because I think yeah, some of the numbers aren't right anymore. Definitely for like Earth Lakes and Water Worlds. But I was actually in a system the other day with this, and I saw some Stargoids, which I've never seen that before. It's quite a sight.
System scan complete.
Right. So it says this should be 10 jumps, sorry, and it is. My next jump is 257 light years, so I definitely have to scoop this. I wasn't sure if I'd need to scoop this neutron, but I do apparently. So we'll just head in for the tail. Off the accelerator. Let it do its thing.
Frameshift drive charge. Frameshift
massive, massive jump. When I see 17 bodies, there is such a part of me that goes, stop and scan, you freak! Like,
Frameshift drive charging.
it's overpowering. Prize and prize. But then when I get to prize, it's one bacterium. I think that's why my brain's going, stop and make money, you freak. I never actually looked at the route on. Let's have a look. I think thankfully they've fixed the routing on Elite Dangerous Exploration Buddy, which is really helpful. Actually, do you know what I should have done? I'm going to change my. When I get closer to the area, I'm going to change and not use sponge when I'm like 1,000, 2,000 light years away. I'm going to do micro jumps, but only using the stars that I want to use to find those codes. Because the codes will help with the sun. I'm sure there's actually a code which specifically helps you with the sun, but I don't know if I've quite worked out what that is yet. I've got about 8 on this one. But I think it was this one where I've just jumped in. I'm like, everything in my body is saying, scan it, scan it, scan it.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive.
So, like, for example, the next one is M. Doesn't matter. But I think I can follow the Spanish route, but just put other stars in. So it might deviate me a bit from the straight line, but it'll give me those few systems where I can start really, you know, that system has really good stuff in it. So I think it's about keeping a journal as well. I don't know whether to do it in a spreadsheet or whether to just write them down. I'm a bit of an old school person because I'm not trying to correlate numbers per se. So I just don't know if it's necessary to really put it in an Excel or out. And I'm pretty sure there's people probably with them already. Oh, I did. I think I am, because why not use this as an experiment going back? I never thought about this. I should have. Yeah, I think I'm going to change the map. Go with sponge, but when you do the auto plotting, it's going to plot in or plot out some of the things. So I can literally just look at the stars I'm wanting. In fact, I could do it now. The reason I'm saying to do it now is that when I log back in, I won't have forgotten about it. So, I'll just do all of the major ones for the start. He says I'm going to include B, and then I'm going to go apply. We need non-sequence stars as well, actually. Right. And then we can, oh yeah, don't make that mistake. I made this mistake before and I got really annoyed by it. So if we go to the fuel star, or the end product, which is that one, and then we'll go to clear route. Where is it? So we want to go realistic, plot the route, then we want to go Pilots Federation stars and apply to route. That doesn't change it, so it, I don't quite know why it doesn't allow a recalculation there. Do you have to do, do you have to do it the opposite way? That's freaky. Well, how would I do it to there if I have to do it the opposite way? I don't think it can, Swifty. I think that's the point. Alright, so if we go Pilots Federation, apply to route. Right, so for example, there's this place right next to it. So yeah, this is only 7 jumps now, but I'm avoiding all of those. So I'm going to a G star here. It is, where's the, it's C2, C21-2. Okay, C is the mass code. So yeah, C and D. Okay, so C and D are probably the ones where you want. Yeah. I'm not in game. I do like that addition actually. If you're not focused, you don't seem to keep going anymore, which is good. Right. So that didn't work very well. One body. Keep at it, Swifty. Don't forget to scoop and jump. This next one just brings us something titillating. If it doesn't, sod it. This is just an experiment, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, sorry, I just missed the message. The message come to on mainstream, and then 1 second. There it is. Hey, Alexandra Rodriguez. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I couldn't pick up on your name there. How are you doing? I'm very good, thank you. I'm actually just coming to the end of the stream though, unfortunately. Do look out for me later. But yeah, okay. Could I even see what was in here? No, it's not that button. That button. Why have I got few followers? Oh, I know, no idea. Right, let's have a look. 26 bodies in this one. Alright, let's pull away from the main star. Oh, thank you. I'm ending the stream now though, but I mean, if they want to follow, if they want to have a look later, or they just want to look back at my history, it's interesting. Oh! So, this is pure luck, by the way. This is nothing to do with my, nothing to do with my skills. This was just the test. But then, you know, when a couple of jumps in and the test pays off, you're like, oh, okay. Just looking. So I'm hoping for some bacterials. There's the water world. It is first mapped, so I am hoping that anything in here that does have biologicals, which is that one, is not first mapped, and it isn't, but it's only one biological, unfortunately, which is probably just bacterium. One biological, but it might be worth having a look at some of these, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think I have a few followers because of my normal streaming time, to be honest with you. This is an abnormal streaming time. Doesn't mean I'll never stream in the future at this time or anything. I think I have noticed that when I stream normally, there's like a ton of other streamers or very popular streamers streaming as well. I'm going to go back up to that one and get the asteroid just to knock them all off, because they are annoying. Oh, there's 2 asteroid belts to try and line me up, isn't it? Oh, it's right next to this one, that's alright. Show me the asteroids. There we go. Get those pesky little fellas out of the way, and then we can just concentrate solely on our rocky bodies, and hopefully if we can get some more biologicals in, it would be helpful. I'll see what the biologicals here are before I sign off. I'm not going to go planet side though, because I'm actually a couple of minutes over. I'm a couple of minutes over my time, and if I don't get out now, all the crazies will be out now anyway. I think I set it a bit too late. I think 5 o'clock here in Spain it starts to go mental. Everybody just gets out and goes shopping or walking in the streets. It's not the best time for me to be out. Right, so it looks a bit duddy, but I will tell you anything that we have got that I think is good. So where's my, wait, where is it? Elite Dangerous, has it closed it? What the heck? Did I accidentally close it? Oh, hang on a moment. Oh, I can do it through Elite Dangerous Exploration, buddy. Yeah, it looks like I accidentally closed the observatory thing, or it crashed. I don't know. Okay, so there's actually, in here, there are 2 scannable bodies, but one of them I know has already been done, but the other one's just as expensive, and it's a high metal content. I'm guessing this person didn't get that one. Okay, so this is actually an interesting system. So what I'm seeing on my list here is there's some possible upper end bacterium, so that means it nets 7.5 just for that. There's also the very low chance of stratum tectonicus, which is 20 million, which is 100. So you have to go planet side for these. There's other things, it's possible tubes, bark mounds, but they all bring in the same amount of money. So this is interesting. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it when I next sign in, and I'll let you know what the results were. So I'm going to say 9.7 for now, because I do need to get this done. I need to get out and get this stuff done. Otherwise it's just going to be in the back of my head. I want to get it out of the way. Alright, so do keep an eye on when I go live later. There'll be a very short period between when I advertise and I go live. So click that button, notification button, even though it doesn't always work. And around 9 PM or 9 PM UK time, just have a check of the channel and see if anything's come up, and then you can catch me later. So until then, I will say 9.7, enjoy the outro.